Credit that as a fielder's choice. No error. But he'll pick up the RBI.
So runners at first and second. Devin Gayhart, the third baseman.
I talked about before the game, we looked at some of these kids batting, and some of their better hitters are toward the bottom of the order. It may work out well for Perry Central in this contest.
1-0 with one out. Here's the pitch. High pop fly. High pop fly. Underneath that one, and he will.
Infield fly, I'm sure, was called on that play. So it'll be an F6 nonetheless. It'll be the second out. Bring up Derek Fields. Derek Fields on the season hitting .256 with 5 RBIs. Third on the team in the RBI category.
So 3-1 now is your score. Again, top of the second. Perry County Central up at the plate.
Big jump at second. Gets back. Miller fakes a throw. I don't think he had any idea of throwing the ball, though.
No.
For real.
No, he was having a good time with it, though, wasn't
he? Make the player dive back into the base.
The pitch to Fields is a ball. So 1-0 is the count. And you got Perkins over at second base, Hancock at first. Derek Fields up at the plate for the Commodores. It's going to be high. Drew Miller, he wants to fire that ball, doesn't he?
Well, he wants to try to keep it a little bit closer. I get that, too.
2-0.
That's one. If you fire down the first base line, you might have trouble getting anybody to not score.
You got an accurate throw, though.
I understand. Is it worth a gamble is the question.
No, they're going to throw it back to second. That was, he spun all the way around, did Lacey Dickin.
Bubble coming your way, Josie.
There you go.
Bubbles are flying.
Yeah.
Another one.
Swing. 2-0 was the count. Again, a throw down to second. Perkins was back. There's the pitch home, swing and a miss. Strike one. 2-1 now the count to Derek Fields. Center fielder. Long time coming. Looking at their cards there to make sure on the right page. Here's the 2-1. Oh, nice job by Miller. That pitch was way outside. Make it 3-1.
Yeah. What do you do here? You're the 8 hitter. Actually, you're the 9 hitter, right?
Yeah.
You got the top of the order coming up. You take one. And,
you're taking this one. I'm not swinging.
Okay. I'm almost dead red here. This kind of hitter.
And he does to Del Rosario, and he's going to miss it, and safe. Yep. Bobbled just enough. I think he took his eye off the ball in some respects, right? Because he was moving too quickly.
In a hurry.
He was in a hurry instead of I'm going to field it cleanly, then make my move.
Plenty of time. If you catch it, bobble, pick it up, and then step on third. But he's trying to find the runner instead, and now we got the top of the order up, and the bases juiced for the Commodores.
So an E5 on that one. That'll load him up. 2 outs. Dylan Elkins up at the plate. Strike one.
Popped out to the first baseman last time, Dylan Carter, when we were no audio.
And it's those little mistakes like that was just made, though, that have really come back to hurt.
Falcon's been a lot
Pirates.
of errors.
Throughout the season. And it's those little things that you think you should be able to
nice hook.
do cleanly, and you can't. And Elkins late on that swing. It's almost in the glove.
Really nice curve. I think he thought, I can't swing at this one. I better swing at this one. And did. By the time he decided to swing, it was too late.
Here's the pitch. There's a
that
chopper.
Might be enough in the
Could
gap.
be trouble. Long throw. Safe.
And I'm not sure on that play. That may be another bobble at the shortstop spot. Probably give him at least 6 on that.
I
just
think
for
so
the bobble.
as well, yeah. So we'll bring in Perkins for the second run. That'll send Hancock down to third. Fields down to second.
That one I thought was going to be in more than 5-6, so they're playing more toward the middle. I thought instead of a straightaway shortstop. And by the time he got to the ball, one little hesitation, that with a speedy runner, which is a pretty rough play.
Just didn't feel that one cleanly. First pitch is going to be outside for a ball. We're 2 more batters away from
batting around.
Circling back around again. See if we can get the out here. It's the pitch. Up the middle. Could be trouble, and nice job that time by Trent as it'll go unassisted for out number 3. That'll bring us to the end of the top of the second inning. We'll take a quick break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital provides a compassionate, ideal local solution for patients who need additional time to heal and strengthen before going home. The Swing Bed program can be a perfect fit for you if you need rehabilitation after orthopedic surgery or fracture, have suffered a stroke, receive long-term antibiotics, need wound care, or need to regain your strength and mobility. You have a choice in post-hospital care and can receive care right in Estill County. For more information on the Swing Bed program at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace, call Case Management at 606-726-2159.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to PCSN.
And welcome back. Again, the first inning for Powell County. Kind of go over that a little bit, or the batting order. Levi Wells was the leadoff hitter for the Pirates. He struck out. Drew Miller batting second, ground out to third base. Carter Poe got a single. Nice hit. Ryder Linden, gap shot between left center. He got another hit, followed up by the double by Lacey Dickin, and then the single by Kane Knox that scored Dickin. And Del Rosario ended up the inning with a fly out to shortstop. We did come back with the audio in the bottom of the first inning, though, didn't we?
Yes.
So, again, that was 3 runs the Powell County Pirates got. Now, they just gave up 2 more. And one of the bugaboos for the Pirates came back up this time. They scored this time 2 runs, left the bases loaded. Were able to get out of the inning, but still had 2 errors that allowed those 2 runs to score. Again, it all started out, though, with a hit by a pitch batter with 1 out.
Yeah.
And then the only single of the inning, 2 runners on, and then a fielder's choice. There was a weak ground ball to third that was a high throw coming from Del Rosario. And after that, it was a fly out to shortstop, and then an error at third again, and E6. So 2 errors on the play.
Yeah, just 1 hit.
And 1 hit only. And then, that's kind of been the bugaboo for the Pirates this season. When you talk about the numbers for Lacey Dickin, kind of wrote this down as a note today for both the team and Dickin as well. From the pitching standpoint, Lacey has given up 7 earned runs on the season, and 10 of the runs that he has given up have been unearned. So he's given up 17 runs, but only 7 earned. And tonight so far, neither of those runs will be earned for Perry Central. So,
and that's the unfortunate part, right?
Yes.
Again, it goes back to it still goes back to those unforced errors that you should be able to field cleanly and make the play. Dylan Carter, the first baseman, up to the plate. First swing is going to be up and
part of it too, Ken, you kind of had guys that were locked into those 2 spots for the last 4 years. And you really haven't anybody else playing the shortstop, third base position. I'm not making excuses for the players, but those positions have been kind of held down pretty solidly for the Pirates here for 4 years. And Frank's still trying to find a combination that works for him over there.
Yeah. 1-1 is the count to Dylan Carter. Up next will be Bo Begley before we'll head back up to the top of the lineup. We'll make it 2-1 now. Pitch was high and outside. I don't know who's keeping the scoreboard or anything, but on the inside, making it 3-1.
Nice to see Carter back down toward the bottom of the order to get his swing back on time. But I tell you what, you got some good speed at the bottom of this order.
Here's the pitch. foul that one off, taking the count full 3-2.
Into the dugout.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Dylan Carter. It's good to see him just back out on the field. You know, he got hurt in
Huge.
football, missed basketball, and here he is in baseball. Oh,
Blew it by him,
some
high and
heat.
tight.
Yeah. Out number 1.
I told Dylan at the end of the basketball season, I said, I think we'll see you back by April, end of April. He said, no. He said, I don't think I'll be back at all. He was really thinking the negative side of it, but came back early April, actually, and good to see him back.
Well, sometimes when you suffer that kind of injury right at that point, it's kind of gloomy, right?
Yeah. But he worked really hard
Yeah.
to speed that process up a bit. But again, now I got Bo Begley taking strike 1. Oh, nice hook, but a ball just
dropped.
missed.
Yeah.
Just missed. Had to be close.
On the mound, Mason Sumner, again for Perry Central.
And he's one of their better athletes for
Pitch.
sure.
Going to miss. Going to make it 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Bo Begley.
Has the second lowest ERA on the squad at 4.8. Has a 1-1-1 record.
Here's the pitch. I'll foul that one off.
Again, this battle
2-2.
tonight. A 1-10 Powell County team and a 4-10 Perry Central team. So again, we talk about these 2 region 14 region powerhouses are looking for a win tonight. Both of them.
The Pirates probably need it more than the Commodores.
I don't know. I'd say they're thinking the same thing. You know.
There's a strike.
They're coming down here thinking, hey, this is a team that's got a worse record than we do.
Yeah, back-to-back
chance.
strikeouts now for Sumner. Coming up to the plate, Levi Wills, who led off the game for the Pirates offensively and struck out on a full count.
Yeah, we'd like to mention again, Levi, this is his first time at the plate since he hurt his wrist right before the Florida trip. So hasn't batted for at least 2 weeks.
First pitch is going to be outside for ball 1.
Good to see him back up there. And so far this season, he's over, but he's going to get it going.
There's a pitch. Going to be fouled off.
You can tell that Frank's got confidence in Levi. He hasn't, like I said, hadn't played in a couple of weeks, maybe 10, 12 days, but he's right back in leadoff spot.
Yeah. 1-1 now with 2 outs. Bottom of the second, 3-2 is your score. Perry County Central trailing the Powell County Pirates. It's going to miss, making it 2-1. When Sumner's missing, he's missing outside by a pretty good margin. He's got a good curveball, and he's going to miss outside again, making it 3-1.
Last time they had 3-1 count on Levi, he threw the high fastball, and Levi thought it was ball 4, which I did too, but umpire called it a strike, and the next one was strike 3. Goes back to the same high fastball.
Yep.
Levi
Foul that
fouls it
one
off.
3-2.
Excuse me.
Same count as he had last time. See if he can get the base hit. It's so important to be able to manufacture runs with 2 outs. See if we can't get something going here. Here's a 3-2. There's a chopper to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly. Long throw. Oh, big catch by the first baseman over there. And that will get the Pirates out of the inning here as we'll head to the top of the 3rd inning. Powell County leading 3-2 over Perry County Central.
Powell County CSEP Director Kevin Babcock wants you to be prepared.
Like the Lady Pirates and Pirates, we train for success. Do you know your zone? Do you have an emergency plan? Be prepared. Have a disaster kit with water, non-perishable foods, clothes, toiletries, and anything else you may need. For information on how to prepare for an incident, stop by the Emergency Operations Center here in Stanton or contact the local CSEP office at 606-663-7560.
Your health means everything. And every minute matters when an emergency puts your health at risk. That's why it's essential to get the care you need as soon as possible. The emergency department at Clark Regional Medical Center is ready, providing quality care with the peace of mind of a certified chest pain center. Don't make your health wait. Get to the hospital. Clark Regional Medical Center. Learn more at clarkregional.org.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here at the Powell County High School at Charles Childers Field at Stanton City Park. Dave, along with Ken Simon, again, your score going into the top of the 3rd inning is Powell County 3, Perry Central 2 coming up here with Watts, Combs, and Magger, the 3-4-5 hitters for the Commodores.
Not that they're all not big innings, but I feel like this is kind of one of those situations where the Pirates really need to kind of step things up a little bit.
Yep.
You shut them out the first inning, you give up 2 in the second inning, and all of a sudden coming back here in the top of the third, to me, you've got to go 3 up and 3 down, basically just to change that momentum switch, especially after you just went 3 up and 3 down.
You just got 3 runs, took all the momentum away. Patience came right back and got it back. Now, they've got the momentum after they shut us down at the bottom of the second inning. They've got a little momentum. We have to be able to shut them back down here. And
correct.
See if we get it going. We can't let them get a couple guys on, however it may be. Again, Watts ground out the shortstop last time up. We'll see how he fares this time.
So, again, the number 3 hitter in the lineup leading off.
Hitting 306 on the season.
Tate Watts, the shortstop. Lacey Dickin on the mound. Drew Miller behind the plate. Here's the pitch. It's going to be high for ball 1.
And, you know, I mentioned earlier about the lineup changes. I don't think any of these guys have been in these spots more than 4 times apiece, with the exception of Begley and Miller. Maybe Dickin at the pitching spot, but other than that, I mean, it's really guys that have played a little bit of everywhere, trying to find that mix that Frank needs in that lineup.
1-1. That was actually probably one of the first pitches that he's called a strike that was low.
Both pitchers missing wide.
2-1 now. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Again, they crowd the plate as well, do the Commodores.
Here comes the pitch from Dickin.
Back at us. You didn't flinch.
I didn't. I was actually late. That would have been sailed right on by me by the time I reacted to that one.
That being said, I was thinking about the softball field where I flinched a lot over there. The game tomorrow night with Hazard has been canceled. Also, the game Saturday has been a team and time change. We'll get it after the pitch, a foul ball. But it'll be Wolfe County at 11 o'clock. Knott County Central will not be playing. Both Hazard and Knott County have the All-A tournament. So it'll be Wolfe County Saturday at 11. Again, no game tomorrow here at baseball.
2-2.
That's
high pop fly. Somebody's got to call it.
I hear him.
And the center fielder will make the catch.
That's what I want to hear more often is when we got headsets on doing the broadcast and you can hear a player in the outfield call them off, that's what you want to hear. Nice job, Levi.
Yeah, that was a nice job.
Plus, I know his voice a little bit, too, so it does help to know who was calling that out.
Well, and he traveled a long way, and that would have been a difficult catch for Trent, the shortstop, as he was kind of backtracking. So a nice job that time by Wells, who obviously had seen that one cleanly. Now stepping up to the plate
he had a good jump.
Shade Combs, the DH, struck out his first plate appearance. First pitch is going to be a ball. Parker Maggard on deck, the catcher. Pitch. I'll foul that one off out of play, making it 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Shade Combs. Look at this lineup for them. They kind of have a hodgepodge, don't they?
They do. They do. Mixed with the ages.
Yeah.
A lot of young players on the squad.
Next pitch is going to be a ball. 2-1 now to Combs. Dickin is set. Here's the pitch home. Miss on the outside, making it 3-1. Last time we started off with an out and then ended up giving up. Yeah, and then hit by a pitch, and then that's when the trouble came. So let's see if we can't close out here. The pitch. There's a called strike.
Yeah, I don't
take it full.
Look like Combs is really not kept picking the ball up well off Dickin.
Again, I felt like that was kind of one of those low sweepers that kind of came in, hit that inside corner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He'll get the strikeout. Nice job by Lacey Dickin for out number 2. Going to bring up Parker Maggard, the catcher. Hit by a pitch.
Hit by the pitch.
Advanced the second on a wild pitch.
He allowed it to hit him. So,
yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Just kind of said, here you go. Recognized the curved ball. Said, okay, I'm not moving. I don't think he wanted to get hit by the fastball. Curveball, okay.
He is wearing an elbow pad.
He is. You know, I wish everybody would wear those. They'd be more confident at the plate.
First pitch is high. Agreed, and it's almost even going with a little face guard, right? I'm surprised that we don't see more of that,
I'm telling
especially
you,
at this level.
after coaching softball for years with the mask, I don't see why you don't at least have the front
Yeah.
clip.
Agreed.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me as far as protection wise. You see kids hit in the face and does a lot of damage.
Again, there's no reason not to have something like that, right?
Agreed.
Just as safety equipment, there's a strike.
Here's the thing, and I'm not knocking girls. I'm just saying they make the girls wear them for safety purposes. Yet, doesn't matter if the boys do, right?
Right. And the baseball is going to go a lot faster than a softball.
Well,
there's a grounder, and nice job by Del Rosario. Long throw, and he'll get it. Nice job on the 5-3 ground out by by Jordan Del Rosario. We're used to saying Cam Del Rosario all the time, but his brother Jordan making a nice play. So 3 up and 3 down, just what the Pirates need. We'll take a quick break.
The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and Just Know You're Taken Care of Wherever Life Takes You, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family Caring for Friends and Family, Powell County CSEP, encouraging you to be prepared and have an emergency plan, Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings. Our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home since 1939, Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home, Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915, Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope, Stanton Ace Hardware, the helpful place, Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, security and control from anywhere, Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912, People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember, Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock, Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more, The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX Manufacturing. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back.
welcome back here to the Powell County High School. This is Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon. And we are in the bottom of the third inning with the Pirates leading 3-2, narrow margin. But we are at the 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Pirates, Miller, Poe, and Linden. And this is the heart of the order that got it started last time. Miller ground out to third, but then Poe, Linden, and Dickin, and Knox, four straight hits for the Pirates, 3 singles and a double in that mix. So let's see if we can get Miller going, get him on base, and try to repeat the first inning.
They made a pitching change.
Did they? No.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Devin Gayhart.
By George.
I'm not sure where our number 9 went.
We won't care too much, really, will we? So
Gayhart.
Gayhart.
Until he comes back up in the lineup,
So
maybe.
Gayhart, he was at third base, so maybe he went to third.
No, that's number 5.
Okay, I was just saying. Oh, yeah.
Throwing it all around.
I am. It's number 2 pitching, right?
Correct.
Gayhart.
Yep.
Yes, but he's going to he was at third base, is what I'm saying. So I wondered if
Gayhart was.
Sumner moved, but he didn't move to first
did.
base. I was trying to find Sumner out there.
No, he's not over at third.
He's not at third, you're right.
No, that's number 5, Perkins. It's over at third. Pitch to Miller. Strike. 1-1 now.
We'll figure it out.
Drew Miller. Yep, we'll figure it out.
Anyway, got a new pitcher, Gayhart. A little bit about Gayhart after this pitch.
I don't know if that was a pitch count issue, right?
Maybe if he pitched some, they did play last night. I wouldn't have thought they'd use him a whole lot today. Gayhart coming into the game, he had 3 starts. He's had the second most innings on the staff with Perry Central. Comes in with a 1-3 record, but a 5.14 ERA, the third best on the team.
2-1. Here's the pitch. There's a chopper. Shortstop on the 1 hop. Throw to first. Safe at first. Nice job by Miller. That was going to be a tough catch
I'll
over
give it a
there.
base hit.
Actually, had Sumner over at first. The pitcher.
You found him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That would be
anyway,
a tough pick, but again,
Yeah.
nice play on the field with the ball. You just got to make it 2 parts. Got to make the nice play at on the catch, then make a nice throw. That throw a little bit low, couldn't really dig it out. But I think the umpire had him called safe before the ball got there. So
Yeah, he did.
Credit Miller for the base hit to start things off here.
Now Carter Poe, the right fielder, stepping up to the plate, had a single, and eventual run scored. Left-handed hitter. Get Miller with a nice lead over at first. And
So you say nice lead. I think it's a short lead.
Well, at the high school level, it's a nice lead. Yeah, he's not stretching it too far.
He's
but
not stretching. I like another step off.
I would too, but I'm saying that's a nice lead. You know, he can get back easily. Takes another little step, inching towards, fakes the steal.
My whole mindset is if you are not at least your body length away from, you don't have a lead at all. If you can get back with a head first dive, that's what your goal should be.
Living on the edge.
Hey,
right?
Get that lead at first.
I agree.
I don't mind it at all.
I think you live on the edge.
Pressure.
You're over at first.
Pressure
Correct. And I like the little fake too. He's going to get back safely.
He took 2 steps, then a dive, but they were short steps. He was back so easy, so you could at least get another step, maybe step and a half off the bag.
Yeah.
Really put the thought into the pitcher's head.
Here's the pitch home. Going to be high for ball 2.
It's a good secondary lead, but again, I think you can get a whole nother step and a half away.
Or you're at least, like you said, you're going to get inside his head.
Well,
right?
I mean,
you're going to make him think a little bit more that, I got to pay attention to him and not necessarily pay attention to the batter up at the plate. Here's the pitch home. Going to miss, make it 3-0.
He's already got him thinking.
Yeah, because all 3 of his pitches have been off the mark. Yeah.
He's rushing right now, so whatever he's doing, keep doing it because they are thinking about it.
So 3-0 is the count to Carter Poe, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. Second here in this order, or in this inning, excuse me. Here's the 3-0.
I don't mind what Miller did there on that last pitch, though. He shortened that lead on the 3-0 count. His job was already kind of done as far as getting his mind off track. So he did shorten it there on that one, but there's no need in getting picked off when you have a 3-0 count.
What do you think of that last pitch?
He called it a strike earlier in the game, but that
correct, and that's what threw me off because I was thinking I was waiting for him to call that.
I think it's the right call, but it was called a strike earlier in the game.
That's what threw me off because I was thinking, wait a minute, I've seen that one before where
Yeah.
Now stepping up to the plate, Ryder Linden had a single, an eventual run scored himself. So runners at first and second, nobody out here. Bottom of the third, Powell County leading Perry County Central 3-2. Here's the pitch. Miss on the inside.
And a little up. Again, theoretically would be in the bottom of the top half of the strike zone, right? Close.
Yes.
I think it's too high, but one down the middle will probably be called a strike, especially on Linden. He's a big kid.
Long time coming on this one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Healthy cut, though.
It's interesting watching Linden kind of rest that bat on his shoulder, then kind of lifts it up just a little bit.
I like that.
And then waits, right? If there's a little bit of a pause, he's going to put it back on his shoulder again. But
that's a good starting point, I think.
Yeah. At least being a little bit more relaxed before you get in that true stance with the bat. Here's the pitch. I'll pop it up right here behind us. 1-2.
He may be a touch late on the high fastball. That's what they got him on last time was the pitch up. They didn't get him, he got them. But on the pitch earlier, he missed a high pitch. I would go almost out of the strike zone this time. It's 1-2, right?
It is 1-2, yes. Unofficially, of course. Nothing that we say is probably official. 1-2. Oh, there's a strike curveball.
See, I just don't think that one crossed in the zone, but I don't know. I guess it did. Well, umpire said, right?
So he'll get the third strikeout for himself. Fourth strikeout, excuse me. Well, actually, no, we've had pitcher
first.
Change. Yeah, his first, yeah. Again, that's Connor Perkins on the mound. Now stepping up to the plate, the pitcher for the Pirates, Lacey Dickin, batting in the 5 spot here in the order tonight. Here's the pitch. A miss for ball 1.
Looks like he's got a little bit more velocity both pitchers have had a decent curveball.
He had a double and scored 2 runs. Let's see if he can repeat that. Carter Poe over at first, Drew Miller at second. Pitch, pop that one up into the infield, and it should be fielded cleanly, and it will be. So the first baseman, Mason Sumner, will make the catch.
See, again, you got your cleanup hitter up. You let him hit. I agree. I wouldn't try to bunt that guy. But when you got the first 2 guys on, man, to leave them where they are with 2 outs is just kind of painful to watch, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think they did anything wrong. I think I'd let those guys swing away too, but just need a ground ball in play somewhere.
Here's the pitch to Kane Knox. Runner goes.
Pressure baseball. There we go.
Yep, it's going to get by. The catcher.
That's the other way to move them around is that way right there. Try to steal the bases, and again, been able to get either one of them in on the previous 2 hitters anyway. But that wild pitch, had they moved up, guess what? You got to run in.
Potentially, yeah. Miller slid in third. Didn't really need to, but
that's where if the coach let him know early enough, he can say up, 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 make a turn. Josh is probably watching the runner as well.
All right, Kane Knox got an RBI the last time. See if he can help the cause here.
Miller really trying to get in his head.
Here's the pitch. Ball 2. 2-0. Kane has an interesting stance as well. Holds that bat straight up, but then he relaxes it back and then comes forward again.
He just goes to load after this. His hands set.
Gonna miss. 3-0.
Not a lot of movement with those hands, though, really.
No, his hands are really good as far as like he's straight up with it, and then he kind of tilts back and starts to
They're going to put him
move
on.
his action, and they will. So he'll get the walk. That's going to load him up.
So it winds up being an intentional walk, but a walk nonetheless. Loads the bases for Del Rosario. Tell you what, they'll pay for this one if he gets a hold of one.
Yeah, a big base hit right here would
that would be a
definitely go
big
a long way.
Uplifter for the Pirates.
Yeah.
Because I think, honestly, if you put one in the gap, Knox may be able to score on that one as well. Deep and left.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Jordan Del Rosario, the third baseman for the Pirates, up at the plate. Here's the pitch. Going to be a strike.
Jordan backed out on that one, and it was right down the middle. Miller almost had him to balk that last time.
I think the way that pitch kind of came in, though, kind of swept in across the plate a little bit. I think he thought it was going to be inside, but nice little cut there. Going to miss on the outside 1-1.
He's got a little gas on that. I tell you what, he doesn't throw it easy for us. Little guy. Got some good velo on the ball.
Gotta love that sound in the catcher's mitt, though, right?
Yeah, you do.
1-1. That and the crack of the ball on the bat. Here's the pitch. I was going to pop it up. It's going to be in foul territory. And they'll make the catch. So the Pirates will leave the bases loaded. They'll come up empty. We'll take a quick break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is David Johnson, and I'm the senior commercial lender at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer expert guidance tailored to your needs. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me today at 606-663-2283, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hey, I'm Wyatt Denniston, owner of Stanton Ace Hardware. At Ace, we are known for being the helpful place, and we pride ourselves on accomplishing that goal each day with each customer. We are constantly working on expanding our rental department, now including skid steers, mini excavators, mini skid steers with ditch witch and auger attachments. We also have delivery options available. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are Stanton Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back. Josie's going to be away from us next week. She'll be at that old FBLA state competition, right? she does really good in that stuff, by the way. She's one of our state champions at the school, I believe, right? Yeah. She's on her way to the Nationals, hopefully, in the future, right? I think he placed, what, 6th, you said, last year in Nationals? 5th? So top 5 in Nationals. Pretty good stuff for Josie McClure. And our FBLA program has done a good job for the last few years as well. So kudos to our Powell County High School FBLA.
And what exactly does that mean, David?
What's that? Future Business Leaders of America. I know that one. I actually,
I know that one. I'm just making sure our listeners know. You can never assume that they know.
Sorry, I was thinking.
I mean, I'm not trying to degrade our listeners by any means. I'm just saying sometimes when we say those things.
A long time ago, I actually competed in the FBLA state, but I didn't do very well.
Future broadcasters, leaders.
Should have done that one. Yeah, should have done that one instead. As we move to the top of the 4th inning for Perry County Central, it will be Perkins, Hancock, and Gayhart. This is a part of the order where they scored a couple runs last time. It was a hit by pitch. No, actually, I'm off the batter. Perkins, Perkins got a hit, followed by a fielder's choice and a fly out to shortstop. These next 3 batters. So we'll see if Perkins can get it going again for the Commodores.
Powell County still leading 3-2, top of the 4th. There's a strike. Lacey Dickin on the mound for the Pirates.
I believe Perkins has got the only hit of the night for Perry Central.
Here's the pitch. There's a strike. Back-to-back strike pitches for.
And 2 with you left on your shoulder.
Yeah. Kind of froze him up, didn't it? Didn't know what to do with it.
That one shouldn't have froze him, I don't think, but it did. But if he don't like it, don't swing, right? Now you got to.
0-2.
And on his hands this time.
Off Miller.
I tell you what.
Couldn't quite get there, but.
When it first went up, I said, okay, there's 0 chance he can get to that ball.
Yeah.
And he almost got to the ball.
He was a good step away based on his steps.
I mean, he lays out, maybe. I didn't even think he could get that close.
I didn't either. Ball kind of hung up there a little bit, though, didn't it?
It did. But a good hustle effort by Miller, by the way. That's what we're kind of pointing out, I think.
0-2, correct. Here's the pitch. Got a miss. 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Connor Perkins.
And that was a good block by Miller. And I know it's a little thing, but, you know, if a batter is alert and recognizes a wild pitch early, go ahead and swing. It's going to just backs up. There's not going to throw you out. But Miller blocked you just enough that it got him anyway had he done that.
Jeffrey Hancock, the right fielder, on deck for the Commodores. There's a base hit.
Second. Maybe we'll say second hit.
Oh!
Did they get him?
Sure enough, what a great play that was. Not only by the right fielder, but then the first baseman. So
that
Carter
has to
Poe.
hurt my feelings if I am. Oh. Here's my question. I didn't watch the runner. I watched the ball get right down the hit. Did he buzz it getting to first base?
Not out of the gate.
I didn't think so either.
Not out of the gate. And sometimes that's what even bothers me when you make contact anyway. I don't care where you think it's going or what's going to happen. If you don't hustle down, sometimes you can make it.
And who made the play out there? Poe? He read that the entire way.
Yes, he did. He was prepared, wasn't he?
Yes, he was coming in. That was where he was going the entire way.
Yes, it was.
He read it perfectly. Kudos to Carter Poe for hustling that one out. We talk about Miller hustling.
Yeah, great throw, too. Dylan Carter, the first baseman for the Pirates, make a nice.
And expecting the throw, right?
Yes,
I mean,
he was. He faced that way, sure enough. 1-1 now, the foul ball by Hancock.
Sometimes even the first baseman gets a little, oh, man, why didn't I cover? It's not a typical 9-3 play.
Well, missed. I thought that was going to be a strike.
I don't know where the miss was. Must have been inside.
2-1.
This batter is in the middle of the box. That pitch may have been actually inside.
Here's the pitch. And it's going to that hit off the plate. Foul territory. I don't know what happened there because it ended up in fair territory.
Here's the thing.
I'm not sure what happened there.
He would have had to hit off his toe. If not, it's a fair ball.
Correct. Like
I've heard that said a lot.
I don't know.
If it hits the plate, it goes fair. Guess what? It's a fair ball.
Right.
But it must have hit the foot. It sounded weird.
It did sound weird. That's why when it ended up in fair territory, I'm thinking, why is he not running? And
Well,
why are they not making a play? Because I didn't hear the
ooh,
umpire.
nice pitch.
I didn't even
Frozen.
hear the umpire say anything, though, right?
He
didn't
did say foul, but it
Did
was
he?
yeah. But to me, the runner, he's not hurting too bad. I'm just I don't know if it's a weird play. I don't know if it hit him or not.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here. Just want to make sure we're on the same page here, right? Before I reply back.
Yeah, we'll check
Ethan.
that out while you're doing that. I'll go back here and look.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Jeffrey Hancock, the right fielder, up at the plate for the Perry County Central Commodores. On deck, Devin Gayhart. Powell County leading 3-2. Top of the 4th. Again, no boys game tomorrow. That game was canceled. Here's the pitch. And going to miss. Take the count full. 3-2. Girls are supposed to have a game tomorrow. We just want to make sure that we're, on the
Yeah,
same
Nevaeh
page.
at Powell tomorrow at 6.
And there's a strikeout.
We're just weighing our options as far as broadcast. We had planned on covering the Hazard Powell baseball game, but since that game was canceled, we're just kind of figuring out what we're doing as far as tomorrow night is concerned. So, 4th inning. Talking to Josie. So it's Gayhart up to bat and flew out to the shortstop last time up.
You were talking to her. Was she paying attention? Okay, just making sure. Because I thought, because I was, sending a text.
She asked me a question, so.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, communication, that's what we do, right?
There you go. And we just communicated, and we have just confirmed that we will be broadcasting the girls' softball game tomorrow versus Menifee County, as long as the weather
holds, which I think it's
supposed to be nice tomorrow, if I'm not
supposed to be
mistaken.
a little bit nicer than today, but there was a chance of rain tomorrow. I don't know how. It may be more tonight, late.
2-0 is the count. Here's the pitch. A foul ball out of play. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Devin Gayhart, the third baseman. Well, actually, I think he's still over at third. I'm trying to think where Dylan Elkins, the first baseman, because Sumner went to his spot. So trying to figure that out.
I think there were several players moved.
It's going to make it 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Gayhart, the number 8 hitter in the lineup tonight, but batting third here in this inning. 2 outs. See if Lacey Dick can come back and get him out here. So foul it back.
Well, they say you're only off batter once usually in a game, so
3-2.
Anybody
3
can
balls,
lead off
2
after
strikes.
that, right?
Yeah. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Slow roller, shortstop, and not going to get there. Nope, going to be safe. Him bobbled there over at shortstop.
I'm going to just blame it all on Cam. I think it's Cam's fault.
Because he's not here?
Well, no, he played there for 4 years. Nobody else really had much of a chance to play shortstop. So nobody got any reps there, right?
Can't blame him. That somebody else should have proven themselves and knocked him out of the way.
He was being a ball hog. He just wouldn't leave shortstop. That's what it was.
Is that what it was?
I'm just teasing. But again, I think Trent, we've seen him play in the field. He does a really good job. But Frank's just looking for an answer there to a shortstop spot. Somebody's got to take it, right?
True. Okay, well, I just said that and that's going to be a foul ball, as that was Fields who actually made contact as Gayhart was actually in motion to try and steal the bag. So Josie cannot do tomorrow's game, so he was saying,
Yeah, we don't have to do it. I mean, it's...
Oh, he thought you were doing the boys' game. Yeah. No.
Again, Dickens set for the pitch, the 0-1. Get to Fields. He goes for right
foul ball
down the line, and goes just foul. Take the count to 0-2.
I'm glad we're semi-professional, and I apologize to our listeners. We have sidebar conversations, and now I'm communicating with
Via the cellular
Ethan
device.
through text about tomorrow's game, and
We've got to figure out our schedule so we can let you all know when to tune in and listen.
1-1 count. Is that correct, or 0-2?
0-2 will be the count. Fields at bat. Grounded out, or actually hit the.
There's
that's
a base hit. No, nope.
Maybe not. It hung up.
Right to Mr. Poe, Carter Poe.
Fielder.
Played it well.
Yes.
So a fly out to right field for out number 3. They'll leave one stranded. We'll take a break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Attention Appalachia, looking for the hottest deals on the latest smartphones? There's only one real choice, and that's Appalachian Wireless. Right now, you can save big on today's top devices with our amazing limited time offers. Switch today and enjoy our unbeatable savings, nationwide coverage with some good old hometown service you can trust. Don't wait, these deals won't last forever. Visit us at your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You deserve a bank that truly values you. At People's Exchange Bank, they pride themselves on providing personalized service that other banks just can't match. Whether you're needing a checking account, a home loan, or financial advice, our team of local professionals have you covered. Visit 53 East Pendleton Street in Stanton or visit them online at pebank.com. Join their family of satisfied customers today and experience the hometown difference at People's Exchange Bank, where banking is about you. People's Exchange Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School, and we are still Powell County 3, Perry Central 2. Gayhart still on the mound for Perry Central, and coming to bat for the Pirates will be Carter, Begley, and Wells. Be the 8-9-1 hitters. Again, Carter last year was would have been the opening day leadoff hitter, I do believe, and would have been the leadoff hitter part of the year last year. And I think once he gets back in the swing of things, he'll probably go back to the leadoff spot. But right now he is in the 8-hole, trying to do a little catch-up. That is, his 4th or 5th game of the season. Got to go play in Florida last week. All the way the Florida trip was they got the first win in Florida, and that was followed by 3 losses
against teams from Kentucky.
Against all Kentucky teams. The only game they won that's Kentucky team.
Clearfield.
Clear something from Florida. Yeah, Crestview.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
and a couple close contests as well. Down there. Everybody came back with a tan, right? I don't know if they did or not.
I don't know. Saying. They do that anymore?
Oh, I don't know. We didn't get to. We had all the flooding going on here. They left at a good time, I guess. Joe said it was cloudy. She went too.
Called strike on the inside.
She didn't send us any video, though. We didn't see any games. She could have done some stuff down there if she wanted to work, maybe.
Dylan Carter at the plate.
Are you going to lay off that high pitch?
Yep, he laid off of it. 1-1.
Definitely not you, Dylan. That called him.
Again, Powell County still leading 3-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch going to be low.
Dylan said, "Do not throw my back knee, sir."
2-1. Yeah, right. 2-1.
Do not throw my back knee.
Two and one with no outs.
Back inside again, now 3-1 with Carter. So I'd like to see how they choose to play this. If he does get on base, I don't know how he runs the bases. He's probably a little bit leery of that, I would think, but you got to do it if you're going to hit, right?
Yep. 3-1.
Pops it up foul.
He did. He's going to get out of play, and it will.
Last year he was taking that ball a little bit same approach, but kind of driving it to left field versus just maybe pulling off the ball a touch and popping that one foul.
Count is full, 3-2. Base is empty. That one back here behind us. He'll stay in the box.
Just got to believe in himself, get his timing down, and I think he'll be back to the same Dylan Carter we saw last year.
Here's the 3-2. Strike. Nope.
Nice take. That was a nice take right there.
So he'll get the walk. It's the first time we've had a leadoff
base runner
hitter. Yeah.
Actually, no, Miller got on the 3rd inning. We led the first two, got on the first
Oh, he
inning,
did. Yeah, you're right.
but we failed to move them.
Yeah.
Now we got Begley, who may be up here in a bunting situation. I would play a bunt here, but third baseman's going to be well up in the grass.
Do you take it down the first base line?
I try to push it to first.
Yeah. Gonna miss.
Looks like we're swinging away, or at least didn't tip anything off on that first pitch.
And to me, that's the key, right? Even if you're going to do it
Never
at that
tipped it.
point, never try and
Third baseman staying in.
He is.
I would
and should
stay
be,
in
right?
as well.
Yeah, he should. Throw back over to first and get back easily.
Well, the test on those wheels right there.
And or even under the circumstances, right? Even if I'm attempting to bunt, let's just potentially take that first pitch and throw them off thinking, oh, maybe they're not, and then you come back.
Correct.
Right? Especially if it's a ball. 1-0. Long time coming. Still set. Here's a throw home. There's a called strike. Even
Nice
count at
pitch.
1-1. Connor Perkins on the mound for the Commodores.
Oh, it's a different pitcher?
No. It's Perkins. Remember, it was Sumner who started.
Oh, my bad. I
Over
was
to
thinking it
Perkins.
was Gayhart.
No. Sumner was the original pitcher. He's over at first.
No, I know, but I thought it was, you said it was number 2, Gayhart pitching. Now it's Perkins? I got that
I was
down
thinking.
wrong.
Well-
Gayhart was the pitcher last inning. He's still the pitcher.
Is it 2 or 5?
2.
All right, my bad.
And he did try to bunt that pitch
I put 5
unsuccessfully,
instead of
though.
2. We could have got into the whole who's on first.
Who's on first?
What,
I love
what's
it.
on
Love
second
that
and all that.
routine.
That's classic. 1-2. Again, a long time coming. Really concerned about the batter over, or the runner, over at first. It's going to even
Speaking
count
on
2 and 2.
who's on first, did you know now there is actually a first baseman that is named who?
No, I didn't
Just
know
thought
that.
I
Who
would
they,
share
who
that.
they play for.
I can't remember. That's not one of the players, but
Are they? There's a.
I'm sure
foul
he will
off.
hear that a lot in his career. Who's on first? Yes, he is.
Yeah, right. Change that whole routine. 2 and 2.
You know, I'd find the team.
Listen, they had so many skits as far as like between those two characters. There's another one
If
where
you haven't heard the Abbott Costello routine, just go
Yeah,
Google it.
right.
You'll figure it out pretty quick. It's hilarious. You got to listen to it
2
all.
and
though.
2. There's a strike. Yep.
See, I think it's just too high,
I thought it was as well.
my opinion.
Doesn't matter what we think. 1 out.
But one thing about it with that high curveball, he has been so consistent with it the entire game. He has called it that pitch all night long. So if you get it, you better be hacking. Wells back up here now, 0 for 2. Come on, Levi, get that first one here.
Yeah. So
Base hit
we
to
need-
right center. Is what we need.
So I feel like we need some more runs. Bottom of the 4th, 3-2. Powell County leading Perry County Central.
In the dirt, Moose, no, Carter going back to the bag versus breaking away.
Yeah. And to me, that's where you're almost patient, right? Again, I'm going to maintain that lead until I see what kind of happens, because chances are they're not going to throw the ball down to first, right?
No, but any kind of if you get any kind of a jump at all on the pitch, then you go on that wild pitch. Oh, there we go.
To the
Nice
second
play.
baseman. They get 1, and they'll get 2. They'll turn a double play. That'll end the inning. Powell County will strand no 1, come up empty, still leading 3-2.
Attention Appalachia, looking for the hottest deals on the latest smartphones? There's only one real choice, and that's Appalachian Wireless. Right now, you can save big on today's top devices with our amazing limited time offers. Switch today and enjoy our unbeatable savings, nationwide coverage with some good old hometown service you can trust. Don't wait, these deals won't last forever. Visit us at your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You deserve a bank that truly values you. At People's Exchange Bank, they pride themselves on providing personalized service that other banks just can't match. Whether you're needing a checking account, a home loan, or financial advice, our team of local professionals have you covered. Visit 53 East Pendleton Street in Stanton or visit them online at pebank.com. Join their family of satisfied customers today and experience the hometown difference at People's Exchange Bank, where banking is about you. People's Exchange Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High Schools. We're still talking about Abbott Costello.
We
on
are.
first routine off the air, and other routines as well. In the top of the fourth inning, or the bottom of the fourth inning for Powell County, had a couple of runners runner got on, leadoff runner, but to no avail. It was a strikeout, followed by ground into a double play. Hard hit ball, but right to the second baseman. A nice turn as they double up. Two speedy runners for the Pirates.
I've not seen too many double plays this year so far, have we?
That kind of ball right there is a must-turn double play.
It's
right
almost
at your
a
second
routine,
baseman.
right?
That is about as routine as you get. For the Perry Central Commodores in the top of the fifth inning, be Elkins, Sumner, and Watts. This is the inning to me where it is a huge inning. If you're Perry Central, you have the top of the order up. That's who you want up. This is your third time around for Diggin to see these guys, and you don't want to leave it to the other guys later on in the game.
Yeah, agreed.
And if you're Diggin, you don't want to turn the lineup over one more time, so you get out who all you can.
Dylan Elkins up at the plate. Popped one up and then reached on an error. Lacey Dickens still on the mound for the Pirates. Jammed him. Oh. That's a strike.
But here's the problem with that call. He did go. The problem with that call, the umpire at first base was already coming up with a hand before the umpire at home plate asked. That should
well,
not
he
happen.
didn't even look down that way.
Well, he wasn't
Frank
going to they ask him.
Yeah, had Frank Spencer not necessarily said anything, I don't think he would have even looked. There's a strike. Strike two.
But I don't know how the umpire missed him going around.
I don't
bat.
either. I mean, it was obvious from where we
should
are.
be right in his lane, right in his
Yeah.
slot. Anyway, 0-2 count now to Elkins.
Top of the fifth. There's a shot, and it's going to be caught. Nice job by the center fielder for the Pirates, Levi Wells.
Levi
laid it out on that one, didn't he?
Telling you what, that could be a game-changing play to start off an inning. What had the makings of a leadoff hit or more if it gets by Levi? Great play.
Yeah, that's one of those highlight reels as well,
yeah.
right? I mean, he laid it out. It looked like it was going to be a base hit, but he got a good jump on it. Getting laid out, made the catch. Sumner up at the plate now. He flied out to left field. Grounded out. And the first pitch is going to be a strike.
I want to click this for Josie, but I'm afraid to.
What are you trying to click?
We're still at commercials on the video.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. It's out of my pay grade.
Mine too.
0-2. On the outside. 1-2. Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of the screens there, right?
Well, I would have a guess here, but I'm not going to try.
Yeah, let's not.
Sure.
Well, I don't know if you think you know. I don't know. 1-2. Well, there you go. What's the lights there? The flashing kind of going on. Is it something behind us or something? Is it just the lights flickering or something? Swing and a miss. He'll get the strikeout. Nice job by Drew Miller to hang on to that one as well on the foul tip. 2 outs. Now stepping up to the plate, Tate Watts, the shortstop. Grounded out to short and flied out to center field. 3-2 again. Powell County Pirates still leading here in the top of the fifth.
Give you more of our review now, as I'm trying to work them both here.
Pirates scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first, and Perry Central scored 2 runs in the top of the second. It's been scoreless since. He's going to go.
So what did Sumner do? I missed Sumner. Oh, he struck out, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And now hit by a pitch. We'll bring up Shade Combs. The DH struck out twice.
Yeah, really overpowered him both times.
Just an 8th grader is Shade Combs. 300 hitter. Runner goes right to the shortstop, and it's not going to matter. He made the catch on the line drive, so he was going for the double play, but there was already 2 outs. It didn't matter. So a line drive to the shortstop for out number 3. They'll leave one strand, and we'll take another break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Michael Bucky Wilson, CEO, President of CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our 7 convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, London, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about, or visit us online at cg.bank.
Citizens Guarantee Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Qualifications and rules may apply. See institution for details.
Protect Security are proud sponsors of your Powell County Pirates sports. You need to check with Monty from Protect Security. There's no install charge on the base system. No phone line is needed, so all you have to worry about is a small monthly fee. They can install cameras. They can do full home automation, fully interactive so that you can lock your doors when you're away from home. That's your local security company, Protect Security, keeping your home, business, or other location safe and secure. Give them a call today, 663-9348. You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High Schools. We go now to the bottom of the 5th inning for the Powell County Pirates coming to bat. Quick inning for Powell County. It will be Miller, Poe, and Linden up for the Pirates. Powell County needing some insurance runs. Make us feel a whole lot better about our situation, Ken.
Yeah, I would agree.
Leading 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We could do some add-on, put some pressure on the Commodores. Again, these 2 teams have one of those classic matchups as they usually do, with the exception of both these 2 teams are now under 500 substantially for both of them. So,
and a surprise again. This is not necessarily territory we're used to seeing either one of these teams.
You know, I will say this though about Powell County. Powell County has had a really tough schedule to start the season. That doesn't really matter as much as how they've played or hit the ball, but they have had a really tough schedule to start the season, so people do need to be a little aware that they have had I'm telling you, it's been a schedule that you play with a lot of veterans. This is really a young team.
Drew Miller up the plate.
Shot
man,
foul,
he just
though.
pulled that one foul, but man, he got around on that one quick, didn't he?
Well, that's what usually happens when you do that, right?
Yep.
You throw one right in their wheel, Alice, and say, okay, hit it as hard as you want to, foul.
It's a little bit too early out of the gate.
That's about all you can do, really, with that inside pitch. Next, you can just let it get deep and just drive it back in the middle.
Yeah.
As always taught, is let it go as deep as you can.
0-1 is the count. And he's going to get underneath that one, popped up to the shortstop. And he'll make the play. It'll be out number 1. Now stepping up to the plate, Carter Poe had a single, a run scored back in the first, and then had a walk and a wild pitch, got him over to second where he was stranded.
So he's getting comfortable being on base this game. We'll see if we get another rip here. At least then they're another base runner try to score him, right?
Yeah.
I can see a big double down the right field line right here. They just pulled back over toward the left center.
There's the pitch.
Oh,
yeah.
And that was the perfect pitch to do it. He had a good cut on it, though.
He did. Foul tip.
That was a good cut by Carter.
Oh, and 1 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss. Be down on the dirt. 1-1 now. Catcher Maggard couldn't quite glove that one cleanly. Just kind of popped up and went out. That would have easily been a stolen base had Miller been able to get on. Here's the 1-1. There's a shot down the third baseline. It's going to get a single. Yep, right in between short and third. Fielded by the left fielder. So Carter Poe with a single here with 1 out.
When Carter's hitting well, that's what Carter does. He just goes the other way with the pitches, and that was a little bit of a high pitch. He just drove it to the left center, or between the 5.5 hole.
I feel like left-handed hitters, though, have a better chance to do that for some reason. I can't quite figure that one out.
Maybe a little slap kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where you come with that little, I don't know, where you make that contact, but for some reason,
Inside
when you
out.
come to the right, it's hard. You don't see too many of them hitting it along the first base line. Now stepping up to the plate, Ryder Linden, the DH.
Well, I think too, the kind of hitter Carter is not a power hitter.
No,
He knows
sure.
he's just a singles guy. So the best
Yep.
way to do that is just, you remember, most of the guys I can say, Wade Boggs, Tony Gwynn, those guys are all left-handed hitters.
Yeah.
Would do that to perfection. Pete Rose, can't leave him out.
Nope.
But he was a switch hitter.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 now to Ryder Linden.
How many hits did Ichiro get that way? I mean, just the kind of,
yeah.
he was
just
the
that little. He was
art.
notorious for that,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Yeah.
But he could also drive it
Throw
when
to
he,
first and going to get back safely.
he could drive it when he wanted to, though.
Yeah.
He probably had more power than any of those rest of those guys combined.
And not a big guy either.
Not a big guy at all.
I don't know how tall he was. He was probably about 5'8", 9". He was little. 1-1. On the inside, got a miss. 2-1. Get one out here. Runner over at first, and Carter Poe. Ryder Linden, the DH, up at the plate. Lacey Dickin on deck. He needs more runs here. Powell County leading Perry County Central 3-2. Here comes the 2-1 from Gayhart, and it's going to be strike.
Yeah, when those hands drop a touch, you just can't catch back up that high fastball. His hands are going down. He's got to keep his hands up, try to fight that pitch off.
Throw back over to first. That's close.
It was close.
He's going to get back safely.
That was more of just a quick throw over. It didn't have
Yeah.
a big lead at all.
No.
He was just getting off.
Back again. He'll get back safely. They're going to keep him busy. These white uniforms for the Pirates. I like the look.
I do.
I like the white unis. 2-2. Here's the pitch home. High fly ball is going to be in foul territory, and it comes right back.
Well,
right there by the fence there for.
That one's out.
that ball's
that
not
one
gonna
splashed down like the rocket. Yeah, that
remain
was
2-2.
take one out of play, but that ball could have been played.
That
I think
was
he
tough.
just misjudged it. Just
I
a
think so
touch.
too, and may have lost it in the light. It's kind of shining right down over there by that
Could have.
bullpen.
Linden with another chance.
2-2 with one out. Run over at first. Bottom of the fifth. Long time coming. Here's the pitch home. Almost the same thing. This one's going to be well out of play though.
But again, just a little bit under that high fastball. Again, it's a good pitch, I think, to
Yeah.
Linden. I think if you elevate that another couple inches, you probably get him missing it. Again, all I can do is that time is get the bottom of the ball. You got to turn a little bit quicker, get those hands going, probably stay on top.
Notice he doesn't have a batting glove. It's kind of rare. You
Real
don't see
man's
too many.
man right there, right?
I'm just saying you don't see too many players that don't use a batting glove anymore. And nothing like picking up your bat when it's been in the dirt with no gloves on, right? Here's the pitch. And he laid off of it. Nice job to stay off of that high fastball.
I like that
Take the
pitch,
count
though,
full.
with 1-2. Was it 2-2?
It was 2-2.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but he almost bit on that high heater.
I think that's a good pitch,
That
though,
was a good
right
pitch.
on a 2-2 to.
Now do you send Poe with
See
one
if he
out here?
chases.
That's the question.
That is a good question. I don't think you do. Here's the 3-2. And he'll
Good
get
take.
the walk.
Went right back to the same spot. Maybe a touch lower, but Linden gets the walk. That'll take Poe to second base. Probably going to get a runner here for Linden at first base. Probably Lane Rogers as a pinch runner this time, I would. Is that Lane? Negative. Number 4.
I thought you were prepared. I was going to give you a chance there.
I can't. I don't know who it is.
Dylan Trent.
Dylan. Oh, okay. So it's the player. This is where the player comes in for the DH, which kills the DH.
Yeah.
I think he can go back in for him one time, but then that would kill Trent, both the starting lineup.
Can you take the breeze away?
Yeah, that got chilly there.
It just kind of started. It just happened, didn't it?
I got my boggin in my bag, though.
And jumped on the scene.
Who we got? Dickin.
Yep,
Runners
Lacey
at first
Dickin.
and second. Lacey, this maybe make your night easier with a big knock here.
Yeah. Runners at first and second, one out.
Definitely
Bottom of the
blowing
fifth.
in from center. That's an odd wind. That's a northern wind. That's a cool one blowing in tonight, right?
That it is. I'm tired of it.
We just got here. It's been on there for 2 minutes.
It doesn't matter. I'm tired of the cold, wet. Grounder. All right. They'll get one and a long throw, and they'll get another double play to end the inning. Nice job that time by the third baseman. To not only get the unassisted out there of the force over at third, but then to make a solid throw over to first. So the Pirates will come up empty once again. We'll take another break.
Powell County CSEP Director Kevin Babcock wants you to be prepared.
Like the Lady Pirates and Pirates, we train for success. Do you know your zone? Do you have an emergency plan? Be prepared. Have a disaster kit with water, non-perishable foods, clothes, toiletries, and anything else you may need. For information on how to prepare for an incident, stop by the Emergency Operations Center here in Stanton or contact the local CSEP office at 606-663-7560.
Toyota South in Richmond is moving forward. Family owned and operated since 1915. Meet General Manager Charlie Johnson.
As a native of Powell County, I would like to personally invite you to take the short drive to Toyota South in Richmond. Between Toyota South and our 5 other dealerships, we keep around 600 used cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. So, regardless of what you're looking for in a used vehicle, chances are we have it, and as General Manager of Toyota South, I will make your short drive well worth your time. Come see me soon at Toyota South in Richmond.
Toyota South in Richmond. Online at toyotasouth.com or call their friendly staff at 877-605-4326.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Wrigley Field of Kentucky. Come in at
at least
70.
right now.
It's 70 degrees, and about the middle of the last inning, it has dropped about 30 degrees here at the high school or at the city park.
Yeah.
Or at least I think it has.
Yeah, it for sure.
With the wind chill
Yeah.
in effect. Whew, it is a brisk wind.
Yeah, what
Look at
happened?
the flags are standing almost stiff. It's different kind of winds for tonight or for this area. This kind of wind late at night is not normal, or at least in a normal year.
I was looking to see. Well, it's showing wind gust of 9, but it's
Not
probably
now.
more than 9.
It's about
yeah.
25 right
I don't know
now.
if it didn't update or what, but
Well, again, this just changed. This is a new. It's like seriously halfway through that inning, it got rough. Anyway, we are playing baseball here tonight. It is April. We should expect this, right?
It's still April. Yeah,
still April. So for Perry Central, it will be Maggard, Perkins, and Hancock. Maggard 0 for 1 for the night. Perkins 1 for 2, and Hancock is 0 for 2. So Pirates need to hold here and try to stop them getting back to the top of that order.
Yeah.
This is how you started right here in the 6th inning.
I don't think about it. It just dawned on me the date. Today is actually the anniversary date of my hiring at Bowen Elementary.
Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
I'm starting 25 years.
2 more to go or done?
My plan is, to
be determined later,
to
huh?
finish this next school year and call it a day. But
we shall see, right?
We'll see. Yep. That's the plan. Swing and a miss.
Did you order this weather? It's about to rain.
0-2.
That is.
I hope
not
not.
a
We
good
don't
sitch.
need that.
Well, I knew it's. Listen.
My mom
Check
didn't pack my raincoat or anything.
I've only got I got an umbrella in the car.
God rest my mother, so I bring her up on a regular basis, especially at school. Like, my mom won't let me do this or that. There's a strikeout. And the kids are like, "You still live with your mom?" And I never really answer them or anything, They're like, "Well, my mom won't let me stay and play, video games for 3 hours or something. I have to go to bed early or just, blame it on my mom."
Do you hate clickbait?
Quick bank?
Clickbait.
Oh, click. Yeah.
I went to the weather and hit something and it come up sheen on my.
Yeah, what'd you buy?
No,
Did
it's
you
D
buy
and
something?
Kayla, all the girls. We are looking at a bit of rain coming at us. Maybe not a lot.
Connor Perkins.
Gonna get clipped.
Pitch, swing, and a miss.
And we're
Now that
talking
the
here
wind's
about
kicking
9:30. We got about 35, 40 minutes to get this sucker done before the raindrops hit. Josie?
Yeah, Josie, well, good luck with the
Good luck
equipment.
with
David
that.
and I
I'm
melt
out.
in the rain, so she is prepared with the. There's going to be a foul ball. It's going to get
She
down
did
on the
set
count.
the 10 up,
0-2.
and maybe to no
She did.
and to avail. So it is a good thing she set it up for weather, which I didn't expect, but we can move the time back, and that rain was supposed to get here a little bit later on tonight. It's going to get here maybe a little earlier.
3-2. What's the weather like even tomorrow? It's no rain tomorrow, right? I think so.
I don't think
And
any
a
rain
miss.
tomorrow. I think this is the rain we're supposed to get, and it was like
1 and 2.
yeah, that was tomorrow's rain tonight.
And I think there's another chance, like 1 o'clock or something, where it comes,
You're right,
rolling
sir.
in 1 or 2 in the morning.
In the morning,
Not sure what the softball field is like over there.
yeah, in the morning, chance of rain.
1 2.
Once again, stay
Foul
tuned
ball.
to WSKV for all the updates that we'll have tomorrow. So,
Including weather updates.
yes, including the weather updates,
On the
game
hour.
conditions, whatever we're doing for tomorrow's game or not.
Well, you hear the fence.
I hear the fence, I hear the tent, and the
Feels like it's like Halloween or something. Kind of getting creepy out here.
it's.
I'm scared.
Oh, the tent is
There's
about
a-
to go down. My pen just.
Grounder to the short, and nice play by Dylan Carter on the 6-3 ground out for out number 2. Man, he had to stretch out in order to get that one.
Josie, you got it tied down good, girl.
It'll be okay.
My pen did blow away for a second, though. 6-3 on that put out, right?
Yes.
I was looking for my pen.
Jeffrey Hancock, the right fielder, stepping up to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice.
Oh, I got the wrong guy up. Sorry.
Ended up over at third where he was
Who made
stranded.
that first out?
Maggard, catcher. He struck out.
Oh, I'm behind 2 batters.
And then Hancock actually struck out his last plate appearance. Nope, wait a minute. We got a different player. Number 8. Who we have number 8 for them? Number 8, Parker Stacy. So Stacy coming in.
Batting for Hancock, right?
Yeah. Foul tip. Strike 2. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Come on, Lacey Dickin. Here's the pitch. And there's a strikeout. Nice job. He'll get 2 out of the 3 to go down on strikes. Powell County will lead 3-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Thinking about buying your first home? Maybe it's time for a remodel or a new investment property. This is Diane Meadows. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. With personalized service and local expertise, I am here to help you explore the options that make the most sense for you now and for the future. Call me at 606-663-3618 today, and let's make your dreams a reality. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The Candle Hutch Gifts and More is your local shop for unique and fantastic smelling country and upscale items. They carry all the scents of quality candleberry candles, meaningful dim deco willow tree figurines for any occasion, and a quality selection of helium balloons. With frequent sales, new items, and friendly, helpful staff, the Candle Hutch will soon be a frequent stop for you and the family. The Candle Hutch is located in the Stanton Ace Plaza on East College Avenue in Stanton, or call them to pre-order at 606-424-2154.
You're listening to PCSN.
Yeah, welcome back here to the Powell County High School as we bring you the frigid cold
Yeah,
of the,
literally like
of the
just-
7th inning versus the balmy start of the game.
That happens only in Kentucky,
Only in
but I'll tell
Kentucky.
you what, I mean, you stick around here in another 15 minutes and it's liable to go back the other way.
I doubt it.
Well, I mean, I doubt it too, but you never can tell. 24 hours, you can see all 4 seasons.
It's all these people like the umpire, no sleeves, tough guys. Now it's cold. He's saying, boys, hurry up and get this thing over with. I'm cold. Kane Knox, no sleeves. He came out here and said, man, it was a warm day. No, not now.
Well, you know, it's hard to prepare for days like this. You come out and it was 70 degrees when we got here, and
Yeah.
you know now it's probably.
Now, I expected
55.
to cool off. I didn't think it was going to get
No,
frigid.
not like this.
I'm
Not
going to have
just
to take me a
flip
while
of
to
a
heat
dime.
up. I'm old.
Kane Knox up at the plate for the Pirates, number 6 hitter in the lineup. First pitch is going to be
The
a
weather
ball.
at Augusta was really nice today. So, maybe they'll bring some of that Georgia weather north.
Had a single, an RBI, was stranded over at first, and an intentional walk where he was stranded over at first. Next pitch is going to be a strike, 1-1 to Kane Knox, the left fielder tonight.
All those non-golf fans out there that not enjoying the Masters golf tournament like I do.
Who has time, David? We don't have that.
Well, you got to find time for the greatest tournament ever.
Swing.
Forget the NCAA Sweet 16. It's the Masters.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Then ain't even close.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
The only time I'm in on the Masters is on Sunday. I can't go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
You got to play well on Thursday and Friday just to make it a Saturday.
I know. A little slow grounder, and we'll make the throw. It's going to be a 1-3 ground out. One just kind of barely just went off the bat. Knox made a good hustle down there, but a nice job by Gayhart, pitcher on the mound, to field that one cleanly. Now stepping up, Jordan Del Rosario. Here's the pitch.
Way back.
Off, yep.
Back off the city building, maybe. With that wind, it may have gone out to the parking lot.
Well, it may have.
It's the way the wind's blowing. It's right over the top.
Here's the 0-1.
Oh,
there's a strike.
Happy hook.
Yeah.
Right there, folks.
You could almost tell, even on the release, that where that one was coming, right?
Yeah, that was Jordan said, no part of that pitch do I want.
0-2. Here's the pitch, and a lazy swing for the strikeout.
Well, he got another curveball. That one started on the inside part. His bat was able to stay in, but his rest of his body was saying,
Yeah, he moved, right? And that's kind of one of those, do I swing, do I not swing? It's,
you got to swing because it's going to be a strike, right? And just a good pitch. Carter coming to the bat now. Walked his last time up and was doubled off.
Little Led Zeppelin there. I will say there's definitely a unique variety of music that's being played here for the walkout music. As
that got Coach Spencer's car, I believe. We're going out to the parking lot.
Better not, right? Here's the pitch. Going to miss 1-1 on deck. Bo Bagley. If
he said, I got that ball. He said, hurry up. Let's get over with. It's cold out here. Josie wants to go home before she gets rained on.
Well, and I've been fine all day. Now I can feel my sinuses and my allergies starting to kick in. I don't appreciate that.
Wind has cut us in two.
Kind of had them under control here lately, but
rip.
And it's going to go to left field. Should be
that's
caught.
going to be fun to play right here.
And it will. The fly out
played
to the left fielder for out number 3. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Last opportunity here for the Commodores. We'll see if the Pirates can hold, leading 3-2. We'll come right back.
The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and just know you're taken care of wherever life takes you, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family, caring for friends and family, Powell County CSEP, encouraging you to be prepared and have an emergency plan. Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings. Our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home since 1939. Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home. Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915. Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope. Stanton Ace Hardware, the helpful place. Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, security and control from anywhere. Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912. People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember. Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock. Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more. The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX manufacturing. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School for the 7th inning. The top of the 7th coming up here. It will be Gayhart, Fields, and the top of the order up for the Commodores. Lazy Dick on the hill for the 7th inning of work here tonight. Getting through an inning last night over at Estill County where we took the loss 7-6. He's still got a lot of pop on that fastball though, Ken.
Yes, he does.
Again, only a junior. He's got this pitching staff is to me a really good staff. But now we've got to find a way to get these position players lined up. You still got a young team.
Yep.
Only a couple seniors in the starting lineup, I believe, right, for the Pirates.
That's correct. Coming up with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the top of the 7th. I will say this, too. I appreciate Josie not necessarily showing our mugs, with the camera. That's right there in front of us and all. So if you're actually listening, want to make a comment, dear Ethan Moore, General Manager of WSKV, we are no longer interested in seeing Dave and Ken on the camera.
No.
We'd appreciate that.
Not when they're freezing to death.
Yeah, well, just in general. People don't want to see us. First pitch is the ball. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 to Devin Gayhart.
That's okay. I didn't know it.
Yeah, I mean, we're used to it, but again, nobody wants to see us.
Over to the projects. Tell you what.
1 and 2.
2-1-2 coming here, whatever that is. I'm thinking fastball away.
There's a shot right to Begley. Nice job by the second baseman.
That ball was smoked on a line to the second baseman.
Out number 1.
I think he threw that and caught too much plate. That was a good hands to the ball by Gayhart.
He did a nice job of actually just making a play on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Came in to make sure he had it. The ball was really kind of slicing off of Begley. So a nice play.
Derek Fields, the center fielder, up at the plate. Reached on an error.
That one dropped. I don't think Wells can get to that one.
No.
Poe almost does. Now the tiny
I like
run
the effort,
on.
though. Yep. I like the effort. A nice job that time by Wells to actually back him up.
Well,
that's to get the ball in quickly.
That's why Poe can make that dive right there. Again, you're 1 run down. If the center fielder makes that dive to a straightaway center, that could get you in trouble. But when your center fielder's backing up your right fielder that way in the gap, it's an easy play for somebody to make the dive. The other one's got you back. Told him to only a single on the play.
Now stepping up to the plate, Dylan Elkins, the leadoff hitter. See if the Pirates can turn 2. Perry Central's turned 2 double plays here tonight. See if the Pirates can get 1. Runner goes. And there's a throw well off the mark, and it'll be a stolen base.
And like we said this earlier, this is a win both these two teams really need. So Perry Central going to do all they can try to do here. I don't know that I would even maybe bunt here.
Oh, that's yeah, it's a perfect time, kind of. Got 1 out though.
There is 1 out. But if you can put it down the third base,
but if you can put it down the third base line, right under those circumstances, he might be able to hustle and
fake bunt still would be nice
on the corners. Elkins up at the plate, gonna foul that one off.
Yeah, no bunting that
here behind us. He's gonna get down on the count. 0-2.
That's a good cut on the curveball.
Big pitch coming up here.
He has made contact. Right at the top of the order, aren't we? Every time, all 3 times up.
0-2. Here's the pitch. Strike. He's going to strike him out.
And he knew it.
Yeah. 3 pitches for out number 2. Coming up to the plate, Mason Sumner.
And he has flew out the left, right to a fielder's choice, and struck out last time up. But he is their leading hitter at 400 on the season.
Commodores down to their final out, trailing 3-2 here in the top of the 7th. Lacey Dickin on the mound, trying to go the distance. Here's the pitch. Could be trouble.
That should do it.
Carter's going to call it, or actually it's going to be nope.
Drop.
And they didn't. Carter and Miller looked at each other, and then they both kind of backed off. They lost it in the.
I think the wind played a little havoc on that one.
It probably could have, but once they kind of looked at each other, I don't know if they both lost it or what, but they kind of land in between them. But I think you're right. I think the wind definitely played a factor in that one.
That was almost one of those tweener. It blew it way over here toward the line. It was one that I thought was going right to Carter. Time it wound up, it was almost in the dugout.
0-1. Getting runner at second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ooh. It's on the outside for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. To Mason Sumner. Started off pitching tonight and then moved over to first. One and one. There's the pitch. There's a grounder. Long throw to first. And he's going to get there. What a dig that time by Dylan Carter on the 6-3 ground out. And the Powell County Pirates will pick up a much-needed win. That's for sure, as we'll take a quick break here and come back and wrap things up here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Parents trust the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital when their children hurt. When an emergency strikes, we are right down the street and ready to help. We offer full-service emergency care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have X-ray, CT, and lab services on site for assessing, diagnosing, and treating patients quickly. The emergency department is a level 4 trauma center. You can expect expert care, quicker treatment, and improved outcomes. Choose the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital in Irvine.
Allen's Hardware is a hidden gem in Clay City and known for their dependable down-home service. Visit Allen's Hardware at 30 Black Creek Road and you'll find Valspar paints, Echo Power Tools, electrical supplies, septic system accessories, key cutting services, and even U-Haul rentals. That's Allen's Hardware at 30 Black Creek Road in Clay City. To find out more, call 606-663-1122. That's 606-663-1122.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High Schools. We have wrapped one up for the Pirates here tonight, folks. Nice 3-2 victory over the Commodores of Perry Central. Moves their record now to Powell County to 2-10. That was a big win for the Pirates.
Yeah.
To beat Perry Central tonight.
Very nice, as the Pirates get 6 hits, strike out 6 times, 3 walks, 1 intentional walk. And for Perry Central, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hit by pitch for their 2 runs. Again, Powell County wins 3-2. David and myself, along with Ethan Moore, will be back on the air, weather permitting, tomorrow night for the Powell County Lady Pirates softball team playing host to Menifee County. Game time scheduled for 6 o'clock. So we hope to have that for you. At this point, we're going to go on and step aside. Rain apparently is coming in our direction. We've got a lot of equipment to dismantle here. So, again, we'd like to appreciate all of our sponsors for allowing us to do this, for making this happen. And for all of our listeners and viewers, we appreciate you tuning in. So for my broadcast partner, David Faulkner, Josie McClure, our videographer, Nevaeh Bridgeman back in the studio, this is Ken Simon saying thank you for listening to the Powell County Sports Network here on WSKV 104.9 FM.
Thank you for listening, watching, and supporting Powell County Pirate Athletics. We also encourage you to support the community sponsors that invest to bring the live coverage to you. Visit the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com to find the most up-to-date sports broadcast schedule and all the ways you can listen to the game. Thank you for listening to Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network.